The schedule said it was ready. That was the problem. On paper, the job looked like it was moving. The dates were lined up, the bars were color-coded, the next trade was supposed to start. The owner expected progress, the project manager needed answers, and the superintendent was walking into the building on a Monday morning already feeling that something wasn't right. Because schedules have a way of looking very confident from a distance, the job site is usually less polite. Inside the building, the story starts changing. A room that was supposed to be ready still has materials stacked against the wall. A corridor that was supposed to be clear has equipment parked in the way. One trade says they're waiting on another trade. Another trade says they were never told the area was ready. A delivery showed up late. A detail changed. And one decision is still sitting in someone's inbox, quietly aging like it has nowhere else to be. Very helpful. Thank you, construction. Thank you. Now the delay is not just a line on a schedule, it's standing in the room. The superintendent can see it, the crew can feel it, the project manager is about to hear about it, and somewhere the owner is going to ask a simple question that almost never has a simple answer. What happened? That's one of the hardest parts of managing construction. Not that delays happen, they do. Weather happens, material shortages happen, design questions happen, trade stacking happens, access problems happen. People make promises during meetings that the job site immediately files under, "We'll see." The hard part is knowing early enough to fix it, early enough to resequence, early enough to call the trade partner, early enough to tell the owner the truth before the truth gets more expensive. But too often, job site information is scattered. A few photos on someone's phone, a text message from last Thursday, an email with an attachment nobody opened, a daily report that says, "Work ongoing," which is technically true and wildly unhelpful. A memory of what the room looked like last week. A disagreement about whether the area was actually ready. And suddenly the team isn't just managing the job, they're trying to reconstruct the past. That's where artificial intelligence starts to enter the job site. Not with a robot pouring concrete, not with a machine magically fixing the schedule, not with software that somehow makes every trade show up on time. That would be nice, but no. AI enters with something simpler and maybe more useful, a better memory. Imagine the superintendent walking the site with a 360 camera. They're not doing anything dramatic. They're just moving through the building the way they already do, capturing what is actually there. Rooms, corridors, ceilings, rough-ins, equipment, materials, open walls, finished areas, unfinished areas, all of it recorded. Then software begins connecting those images to the plans. Now the team can look back, not guess. Look, what did this room look like last week? Was the rough-in complete? Was the ceiling closed? Was the material on site? Was the trade really done? Or did it just feel done because everyone wanted it to? That changes the conversation, because construction delays often grow in the gap between what people think is happening and what is actually happening. AI-powered job site capture does not remove that gap completely, but it can help shrink it. It can give the project team a visual record. It can help compare progress over time. It can help show what changed. It can help catch the moment when the schedule and the job site start drifting apart. And that is the question at the center of this video. AI can watch the job site, but can it prevent the delay? Because seeing the problem is powerful, but seeing it is not the same as solving it. Here's what AI gets right. It gives the job site a memory, not a perfect memory, not a magic one, but a better one than a scattered folder of photos, a few text messages, and 3 people trying to remember what happened last Tuesday. And in construction, that matters, because job sites change fast. A room can look completely different by the end of the day. A ceiling can be open in the morning and closed by afternoon. Materials can arrive, move, disappear, get staged in the wrong place, or quietly become everyone's problem. And when the project starts falling behind, the first question is usually simple. When did this happen? That is where AI-powered job site capture can help. Instead of depending on random photos, the team can capture the site in a more organized way. A superintendent, project engineer, or field team member can walk the job with a camera, and the software can help organize those images by location, date, and plan area. That means the job site is no longer just something people remember. It becomes something people can review. The team can look at a room from last week and compare it to this week. They can see whether rough-in work was actually complete. They can check whether a wall was already closed. They can verify whether materials were staged in the area. They can see if a trade had access, if the space was blocked, or if the work everyone thought was finished was really only almost finished. And almost finished is one of construction's most dangerous phrases, because almost finished can stop the next trade, almost finished can delay inspection, almost finished can push the schedule, almost finished can turn into a meeting where everyone suddenly becomes very interested in who said what and when. AI does not eliminate that conversation, but it can give the conversation better evidence. That is a big deal. It can help reduce the guessing. It can help reduce the arguing. It can help teams move from, "I think it was ready," to, "Here's what the room looked like that day." That changes the tone. Because when everyone is working from the same visual record, the conversation can become less about memory and more about action. What is missing? Who needs to fix it? What area is ready now? What needs to move? What decision is holding the next step? That's where AI starts to become useful. Not because it replaces the superintendent, it does not. Not because it fixes the schedule by itself, it absolutely does not. But because it helps the team see what is happening with less confusion. AI can help organize visual records. It can help compare progress over time. It can help connect job site images to drawings. It can help identify patterns that might be hard to track manually. It can help show whether work is moving, stalling, or drifting away from the plan. And on a busy project, that is not a small thing, because the project team is usually drowning in information. Daily reports, progress photos, emails, meeting notes, RFIs, submittals, schedule updates, text messages, owner comments, trade partner updates. And somewhere inside all of that is the truth of what is actually happening on the job. AI can help make that truth easier to find. That is the promise. A clearer picture, a better record, a faster way to compare what was supposed to happen with what actually happened. And when the schedule starts slipping, that can help the team respond sooner. Not after the delay has already become expensive. Not after 3 trades are stacked in the same hallway. Not after the owner is asking why the milestone was missed. Sooner. That is what AI gets right. It helps teams see the job site more clearly. It helps them remember what happened. It helps them compare progress. It helps them catch the drift between the plan and the field. But it still has limits, because seeing the delay is not the same thing as solving the delay. And that is where the tool matters. One example of this kind of technology is OpenSpace. And just like every tool we talk about on Build Smarter, this is not about turning the video into a commercial. OpenSpace is the example. The bigger question is the point. Can AI help a project team see the job site clearly enough to catch problems earlier? That is where a platform like OpenSpace becomes interesting. The basic idea is simple. Someone walks the job site with a 360 camera. As they move through the building, the camera captures what is actually happening in the field. Not what the schedule hoped was happening. Not what the meeting notes said should be happening. What is actually there. Walls, ceilings, rough-ins, materials, open areas, blocked areas, finished work, unfinished work, the messy truth of the job. Then the software organizes that visual record and connects it back to the project plans, dates, and locations. So instead of digging through random photo folders or asking 5 people where a picture was taken, the team can open the project and look at a specific area at a specific point in time. That's powerful, because construction has a memory problem, not because people are careless, because jobs move fast, teams are busy, and the field changes every day. OpenSpace and tools like it help create a visual timeline of the project. What did this corridor look like last week? Was the overhead work complete before the ceiling closed? Was that wall ready for the next trade? Was material already staged in the room? Did the site condition match what was reported? Those questions matter. And when the answers are visual, the conversation changes. Instead of, "I thought it was done," the team can say, "Let's look." That might sound small. It is not. A lot of construction problems grow because nobody has a clean record of when something changed. A delay starts as a small drift. A room is almost ready. A trade is almost finished. A decision is almost made. And before anyone wants to admit it, almost has pushed the schedule. OpenSpace also offers progress tracking features that can help compare actual work in place against planned progress. That kind of tool can help project teams see where the work is moving, where it may be falling behind, and where attention needs to go next. But here's the important part. OpenSpace does not prevent delays by itself. It does not make materials arrive. It does not make a trade crew show up with enough manpower. It does not answer an RFI, but that would be super nice. It does not solve a design conflict. It does not make a late decision magically appear in the project manager's inbox. Again, that would be lovely. But no, what it can do is help the team see the situation sooner and more clearly. And sometimes that is the difference between a small correction and a major delay. For a superintendent, it can mean less guessing. For a project manager, it can mean better documentation. For an owner, it can mean clearer visibility into the project. For a trade partner, it can mean fewer arguments about whether an area was ready. And for the whole team, it can mean one shared visual record instead of a dozen separate versions of the truth. That is the real value. Not that AI suddenly runs the job. It does not. The value is that it gives people better information before the problem gets worse. And in construction, better information earlier is not just convenient. It can be the thing that protects the schedule. This is where the technology has to meet the job site, because AI can show the delay. It can document the delay. It can help the team understand when the delay started. It can even help everyone stop arguing about whether the room was ready last Thursday, which honestly is a public service. But AI still can't fix the delay by itself. It can't call the trade partner and get more manpower on site. It can't make a late delivery arrive faster. It can't answer an RFI that has been sitting open for 2 weeks. It can't move material out of the corridor. It can't coordinate 3 trades who all need the same space at the same time. It can't walk into a meeting and say, "Everyone, please stop pretending this milestone is fine." Although some projects would probably benefit from that feature. The point is simple. AI can improve visibility, but visibility is not the same as management. A tool like OpenSpace can help the team see what happened, where it happened, and how the site changed over time. That can be extremely valuable, but someone still has to act on that information. The superintendent still has to walk the job. The project manager still has to push for decisions. The scheduler still has to update the plan. The trades still have to coordinate. The owner still has to understand what is real and what is wishful thinking. And the team still has to make choices before the delay becomes more expensive. That is where construction experience still matters, because knowing that an area is behind is only the first step. The next question is why? Is it manpower? Is it material? Is it access? Is it sequencing? Is it a design issue? Is it an inspection delay? Is it a decision that never got made? Is it one of those wonderful construction situations where every answer is technically true and none of them are useful by themselves? Very common, very delightful. AI can help point the team toward the problem, but people still have to solve it. And that is why this kind of technology should not be treated like a magic schedule button. It is not. It is a tool for clarity, a tool for documentation, a tool for accountability, a tool for seeing the job site with less guessing and more evidence. That can absolutely help prevent delays from getting worse. But it only works if the team uses what it sees. If the software shows that an area is slipping and nobody changes the plan, the delay keeps moving. If the visual record proves that a trade was blocked and nobody resequences the work, the problem stays there. If the team can see the issue earlier but waits too long to respond, the AI did its part. The project team did not. That is the honest answer. Can AI watch the job site? Yes. Can it help catch delays earlier? Yes. Can it give teams a better record, clearer visibility, and stronger evidence? Absolutely. But can it prevent the delay? Only if people act on what it shows. That is the future of AI in construction. Not replacing the superintendent, not replacing the project manager, not replacing the field team, helping them see sooner, helping them remember better, helping them ask better questions, and giving them less room to hide behind bad information. Because the smartest project teams will not be the ones who collect the most data. They will be the ones who use that data before the problem becomes expensive. A job site does not need more noise. It needs better signals, and AI can help with that. But the work still belongs to people. The decisions still belong to people. The responsibility still belongs to people. So use the tool, walk the site, capture the progress, compare the record, find the drift early, then do the part no software can do for you. manage the job. If you want more real-world AI tools explained without the hype, subscribe to Build Smarter. Use better tools, ask better questions, build smarter. If this channel helps you think through AI tools more clearly, consider liking the video and subscribing for future updates. No pressure at all. I just appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for being here.